This video is on virus and threat protection. In this video, we will cover current threats, virus and threat protection settings, virus and threat protection updates, and we will look at ransomware. Virus and threat protection can be found in the Windows Security app. Virus and threat protection has four main areas: current threats, virus and threat protection settings, virus and threat protection updates, and ransomware protection. Current threats gives you an overview of the current state of your system. In this case, there are no current threats on the machine. It tells you when the last scan was, how many threats were found, scan lasted for 50 seconds, and how many files were scanned. You can click the quick scan button. There's scan options, allowed threats, and protection history under current threats. Under scan options, you can tell it what kind of scan to do. A quick scan, a full scan that checks all files and running programs on your hard disk. This scan can take longer than 1 hour. A custom scan, which you can choose which files and locations you want to check. And the Windows Defender offline scan that will restart your computer and take about 15 minutes to scan the hard drive. Allowed threats are items identified as threats which you allowed to run on your device. And finally, protection history gives a list of any recommendations from Windows Security. On this computer there have been no threats, but if there was, it would be listed here. Virus and threat protection settings. Under Manage Settings, you can view and update virus and threat protection settings for Windows Defender Antivirus. You can tell it to turn on or off the real-time protection, on or off the cloud-delivered protection, the automatic sample submission, the tamper protection. You can manage controlled folder access, protect files, folders, and memory areas on your device from unauthorized changes by unfriendly applications. Exclusions, add or remove exclusions. Windows Defender won't scan items that you've excluded. Excluded items could contain threats that make your device vulnerable. Here you can specify a file, a folder, a file type, or a process to exclude from scanning. And finally, notifications. You can change the notification settings. Windows Defender will alert you after it has scanned and after how many times it has scanned. So you can click on notification to change this. Get informational notifications and account protection notifications, as well as network protection notifications. You can turn these off so you don't get the notifications. Virus and threat protection updates. You can check for updates to the virus scanning system by clicking this button. And you can see that the Security Intelligence version has changed. The virus and threat protection is always being updated. From the 700 or 800 million computers that are running Windows 10, they constantly feed into the knowledge base for threats on these computers. So when a threat comes up, the virus and threat protection system will send the information anonymously to Microsoft so that it can alert other computers of the virus or threats. Finally, ransomware protection. Ransomware is where your computer gets hacked into, encrypted, and then you are told to send a certain amount of money or else you will never get your data back. You can manage ransomware protection by turning it on or off. By turning it on, you need to allow it through user account control. You can view the block history, you can tell it the protected folders, and you can allow an app through controlled folder access. Ransomware data recovery is a feature of OneDrive where your data is backed up on OneDrive. If your computer does come up with some ransomware, OneDrive will automatically restore those files for you, and you don't need to worry about the ransomware. You just reformat your computer, set up OneDrive to restore those files, and you're good to go. In this video, we looked at current threats, virus and threat protection settings, virus and threat protection updates, and we looked at ransomware. Please stay with us for the next video entitled Encrypted File System.